What's going on, Brews? How you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome to Hottest Cards of the Week, the weekly series where every Friday night we review the hottest modern Pokemon cards of the week. In today's video, jumbo episode. In the beginning of today's video, we will cover not 30, but almost 40 hot Pokemon cards. All you had to do was be in this hobby for about 90 days total, and you will probably recognize each and every individual card in today's video. Today's video is sponsored by this video. Now I know a lot of you are pretty upset, heated, and quite frankly, very pissed off. I will just let it be known that this guy, myself, I was covering the scalping issue and vending machines before anyone was even talking about these vending machines. So if you think I'm done with what happened in my last video, you are dead wrong. I will do everything in my little power that I can to stop this from happening. More to come. Before we begin, once again, thank you very much for 9,000 subscribers. We do have a 9K limited one-of-one Derpy Q to assign to one lucky viewer. And that winner is Never Cold 808, an OG here on this channel. Never Cold, hit me up on IG or my business email to claim your prize. Okay.
Let's get to it.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Papa Meat lately on YouTube. By the way, has anyone seen the new Alien series on Hulu? My god, Ridley Scott should be crying with happiness. Gengar VMAX, we are going to start out with an alt art. One of the few doing good. It's basically Gengar and Lugia V are the only two doing good. All the rest are still kind of not having a good time. So on the 1 year, Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike. Yeah, I did it. CTR don't do it anymore. That's fine. If you don't want to do it, I'll do it. From Fusion Strike, we have on the 1 year, 307 with a high of 735. And then we went down to about 575. We are now north of 600 at $620, retracing towards, it looks like 650 is its first point of resistance, moving back up. Moving along, we gotta be snappy. Got a lot of cards on today's list. Team Rocket's Moltres, look at this. This is a 30-day chart, 130 to 180. Go to release, we hit the low of, well, about 130. So ever since it hit a low of 130, it's gone straight up to 180. Moving along. Bubble Mew, Bubble Mew. A year ago, I assigned one of you who has way too much time on your hands. Opossum Bud and I were on a Rob Does Pokemon live stream together, and we both collectively said this will be the most valuable card. I brought that up last week, and guess what? It's up another like almost $100 since last week. So Bubble Mew, I said that because I want one of you to go to Rob Does Pokemon's live streams, find the one that has me, Opossum Bud, in it, go about an hour and 40 minutes into the live stream, specifically clip the part where Opossum Bud and I talk about this being the chase card of the whole entire era, and I will thank you. Okay, moving along. We have now another Mew. We got a very Mew full episode. I might coin this episode something Mew related. Mew EX Scarlet and Violet promo from the 151 UPC is now at an all-time high. That is a 1 year chart right there. That is $45.76. That is $714 on the 1 year, and the 3 month and the 1 month is a little broken right there. If I go into the sales, you will see there's plenty of sales. They're just not populating. So we're just going to leave it on the 1 year. Right there, we have an all-time high, $45. Once again, Mew EX. Now, not going too far away from that one. Here we go, right here. Mewtwo, same box. Also, same all-time high. Mewtwo from the 151 box is $28. And you see here, its previous all-time high was $24 not too long ago. So we have consistent uptrend for Mewtwo, and not as consistent for the Mew, but even higher. So there you go. The 151 UPC doing amazing. Couple charty boys. Sounds like a really shitty boy band. Couple Zardy boys. That's what I was trying to say. So Chonky No Neck Zardy boy is back over 200. I'm going to go straight to the 1 year so you can see it's 287. It's all-time high. Hit a low of 180. We cracked back over 200, and we were sitting at 207 on the 30-day with a low of 192. So on the 30-day, Chonky Boy is from whatever I just said, 92 up to 207, back over 200. Okay, here we go. So anytime this guy goes over 200, I'm going to let you know about it because it struggles holding over 200. It definitely does, because it's right around this 200 you see, and it keeps flip-flopping. It shot up one time way high, but it really struggles with 200. Same with this Charizard from Obsidian Lames, except it struggles with 60. So anytime it goes over 60, I'm going to let you know. And guess what? This one just went over 60 again. You see a lot of volatility right in the $60 range, right around here. This card fluctuates up, and then, yeah. But so for 200 for the other one and 60 for this one, anytime they go above those two price points, I'm going to let you know, because they have a hard time holding. But $66 for Obsidian Lames. Charizard V, this thing is absolutely, I could say the same thing about the $200 price range in Charizard V from Brilliant Stars. But yeah, so this is a 90-day chart. So about 2 months ago we hit 196, now we're back up to 220 even right there. Here's your 30-day chart, you have 200 up to 220. So it's up $20, adding a little padding over that $200 mark for Zardy Boy Gardevoir EX from the Fates of Paldare. Look at this. So this is a 1 year chart. We have it on already. We have on the 1 year a low of 38, which is very shocking. A high of 95, which is not shocking. And then we went down to 72, and now we're up to 80. We're in the 80s again. We're at $84 right here. And on the 1 month, that's 30 days, it is from 72 up to 83. So it's up $11 on the 1 month. And this is one of the most beautiful Gardevoir cards of all time. But that new Gardevoir, I would say, is equally, maybe even slightly more beautiful. I don't know. Okay, Lugia V, the best, most super well-performing alt art of right now. So we have 268 to 345. This thing is absolutely bucking the alt art trend. You have Gengar VMAX doing things other VMAXs aren't doing, and you have Lugia V doing things other alt art Vs are not doing. Right here, 90-day chart, hit a low of 254, so we're up almost $100 on the 90-day. On the 1 year chart right here for Lugia V, we have a low of 162, high of 345. Moving along. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of cards. Greninja EX, the promo. This is so at an all-time high. Yes, it is. $48.97. There's your one year chart right there. It's $10. Now it's $50. Hey, guess who's next? Oh, you already knew. It's Kingdra. Kingdra EX go right here. 25 up to 40. Oh, wait. Whoa. We're up almost. Hey, look at this. What just happened? This is 30-day. As if 38 and 39 wasn't already pretty high, because it just shot up to here right before this chart starts. Yeah, and then we hit 56, 28. So we had about 80 copies sold just in the last few days, shooting it up to almost $60. So we have Greninja. Wow, we have Greninja at 49, and we have Kingdra way higher at 58. There you go. Greninja 49, Kingdra 58 from Shredded Thumbo. Okay, another Greninja. I guess this one's coming back just a little. So we all know it was $1, and then it was $23, and then it was $12, and now it's back up to $20. So it's splitting the difference on its buyout. It's, yeah, I don't know about that. But there you go. So Greninja Gold Star that pumped, and then you had a shot to get it for 12 or 15 bucks, and now it looks like it's going back up again. The Celebrations hype will not die for a while. So Celebrations is just special this year for special reasons. I typically wouldn't think this promo would actually hold and continue to go back up, but we got a while till the 30th anniversary next February. So don't expect this to tank. Oh man. Okay, so Pikachu, we got a couple Crown Zenith cards. Pikachu Secret Rare, and definitely not an all-time high. This card was $100 at release, as I've talked about a lot lately. But 21 in December, well, guess what? It's at $22.62. This is a 1 year high for Pikachu Secret Rare from Crown Zenith Giratina V-Star. It used to be, how is this card going to handle the 150 mark? Well, it's bounced egregiously well. It is now $171.29. It's a very good sign for Crown Zenith and the gold cards moving forward. Vaporeon VMAX, the Sword and Shield promo from the VMAX Evolution boxes. I brought up Flareon V last week, yes, and this week we are bringing up Vaporeon VMAX, which is historically the most expensive of the 6 cards, the 6 promos. This is now, whoa, at an all-time high, just beating its previous all-time high by $3. Vaporeon VMAX is $81.08. Moving along. Umbreon and Darkrai GX, the tag team. Yeah, we ain't done with tag teams. It's all about megas now, but tag teams are still doing good. And Umbreon and Darkrai, GX, if you're a tag team plus you're a promo, it's just everything is in your favor this summer. So on the 1 year, we have $38, and we are now at an all-time high of 141.39 for Umbreon and Darkrai Sun and Moon promo. Moving along. Generations, the Radiant Collection Sylveon EX. This is now also at an all-time high with a low of only $30, a previous all-time high of $123. We are now coming in at $140, almost even. And then a Sylveon EX from Generations, the greatest Radiant collection of all time. Okay, moving along, Galarian Moltres, the one card I own the most copies of, but do not worry because it's barely even 20. This is an all-time high now, just at $15. A couple, well, hold on a sec here. We hit, yep, $15.30 on August 11th, and we are right down just a little to $13.21, and that is a Crown Zenith promo, Galarian Moltres. This and the other two. By the way, historical significance, people don't talk about this. These 3 bird promos are the last yellow border cards printed of all time. Just a thought. And it's Shinji Kanda, and it's the last yellow border ever. Interesting. Maybe that's why I own 20 copies. Okay, moving along. Mega Gardevoir EX, another card I happily own, is at an all-time high. 90. Wait. No, I knew it. I almost spoke too soon. I knew it. 120 is its all-time high. Then we fell to a low of 75, and now we are at 96 with a massive retracing towards our all-time high. And on the 1 month, we are at from 78 to 96. So we're up $18 just on the 30-day chart for Mega Gardevoir EX from Generation Radiant Collection of all time. Another, Crown Zenith Mew. Got a lot of these. So on the 1 year, we have a low of 5, a high of 25, and we are at $23. So on the 30-day, 20 to 25, and we are $1 off our all-time high from Mew. From Crown Zenith. Oh, the stupid card. You know this card has 90,000 copies graded at PSA. Seriously. Okay, so on the 1 year, the 1 year is getting a little higher. The all-time low is 88. The 1 year low is 92. Our all-time high is right here and now today at $428 for a little gray felt hat Pikachu. Team Aqua's Kyogre EX and Team Magma's Groudon EX are both now at all-time highs. So on the 1 year, Team Aqua's Kyogre is at 367. I'm just going to show you that right there. From a low of 145, and the Groudon is from a low of 106 up to 344. So they are closing the gap between each other. Now they are only $20 difference in price. This one used to be substantially worth more than this one, but they are definitely closing the gap. Mimikyu, celebrations. So look at that. There we go. It used to be a 50-cent card. On the 1 month, hit a low of 9. Now we're up to $14.51 for Mimikyu Delta Species promo from Celebrations. Flareon EX. This is our 3rd Generations Radiant Collection card on today's list with an all-time high of 117, much like the Gardevoir EX. And then it crashes down to 88, and now we are moving back up, and we are less than $1 away from hitting $100 near mint market value for the 2nd time ever for Flareon EX. Which is right there. It's the best card ever. You gotta get it. You gotta get this card even if it's damaged. This card is so beautiful, it's worth paying $20 for even a damaged copy. Legitimately. It's so cute. Okay, moving along. Snorlax, and this is a Pokemon Center exclusive. I want to show you guys the bounce. So we hit that high of 200, we crashed down to 130, and now it has bounced up to 150. Again, 151 Snorlax Pokemon Center stamped promo. It went way up, it went down, and now it is moving back up $20, and it is $50 away from its all-time high. There you go, Pokemon, Snorlax, blah, blah, blah. A Starmie B Trainer Gallery doing very well, about to hit $100 for the 2nd time ever. So here's your 1 year chart. We had the low of 45, we hit the high of 108, and then we hit the low of 78, and now we're back up to $95 on the 30-day. That is 80, 85 to 94. There you go. Okay, moving along. Pikachu, SM162, the Team Up Tag Team Blister, now $80. There's 6 listings available. Some people are getting some remaining copies on here. But yeah, so $11, $12, $80. Not even going to tell you. Okay, Mimikyu, the same thing. There's only 2 check lane single pack team up blisters. This is the other one. So this one shot up from 2 up to 18 for a while. And now it said, no, I want to be like Pikachu. And now it's $35. And technically, from a rarity, print, you know, whatever, this Mimikyu, that Pikachu, there ain't no difference between them, other than the fact that there are more Pikachu fans than Mimikyu fans. Other than that, there's no reason these should be drastically... I mean, maybe the pop numbers are a little different. Maybe not. I think just Pikachu is vastly more popular than Mimikyu. But if Pikachu is going to be $80, this Mimikyu is going to be $40 at least. That's just the way that goes. Moving along. We have Chansey. There it is. I'm sorry, that was bad. I wasn't ready. Twilight Gatorade. 18 up to $22. That's significant uptrend for a random Scarlet and Violet IR since February. This doesn't happen very often. Yeah, so for Chansey to be up into the 20s, showing positive uptrend for just a run-of-the-mill Scarlet and Violet IR, that's very good for Chansey, very good. Also, Perrin is doing great. Twilight Masquerade, some of the stuff is building a little value, I've noticed. We'll take a look when we get to Twilight Gatorade later in the video. Okay, so this, I put 3 cards right here because they just happen to be in a row, and I'm running out of tabs. 1 Shining Magikarp right here, we're going to take a look at. So Shining Magikarp, we're going to go to the 1 year. Shining Magikarp is now at a 1 year, and this is actually, oh, it's right at its all-time high. So there you go, Shining Magikarp right there. Another Celebrations card, another Celebrations card, Flying Pikachu VMAX. You couldn't pay someone to take this card off your hands a year or 2 ago. But it went from $2, $2.50 to almost $5. It is $4.92. All these cards from Celebrations easy to pull, but again, that pack price just doubled, so a lot of these easier to pull cards are going to be more expensive now. Marnie's Morpeko right here. So this card just came out a couple months ago. This is now at $27. Sat at $25 for a while, and rather than tanking, it looks like it's moving up to around $30. So I'm just throwing that out there right there. Marnie's Morpeko. Okay, time for the Scarlet and Violet and Popular Stuff speed run. There's a lot of hot cards, so I'm going to pay attention, make sure I don't try to miss anything on accident. But alright, let's get to it. Okay, we're starting off with the Crown Zenith. We already talked about Giratina. You can see here, Mewtwo V-Star up to 115, hit that low of about $95 about a month ago. So Mewtwo and Giratina both bouncing back up, absolutely. This other two, Arceus and 90s 4 is actually very good as well. $40, the rest of this. Pikachu Secret Rare and Mew doing great. I also want to go to page 2. So Simisear V-Star is almost $20, as you can see right there. Just want to go to page 2 real quick, because I did notice. What did I notice? Lapras is up at $8. Latias, both of these are $8 now. These are like $5, $6. And then Deoxys right here, this is usually $3.50, $4, and this is $6.30. So as far as yellow borders go, other than Mew, Latias, Lapras, and Deoxys, those 3 are doing very well right there. Moving along, SV base set. So, SV base set, Drowsy right where it was, Gardevoir, everything looks very stable. I don't see anything sticking out whatsoever. Let's keep going down here. Yeah, I'm not, nope. Alright, let's move it around to Paldear. Magikarp, $247 right where it was last week for the most part. Iona's $50, it's pretty much tying its all-time low. These two never move. Mousehold at $33.50 is building a little strength above the $30 price range. Very good for Mousehold. Marill also, we need to see Marill back up in the $30 range. I think that's only appropriate. We go down here, nope, don't see anything. Moving along to Obsidian Lames. So Obsidian Lames, Charizard, it brought up $66. We'll see you back down at $50 next week probably, just kidding. Ninetales doing good at $17, but nothing too crazy. Go down here, how much are we getting for Arven? $3.58, just like last week. Nothing else popping up. Moving along. 2-151. So Chunky Boy 208, Blasty Boy 66, Venusaur, okay. Nothing crazy right here. No, I'm still not seeing anything too sticking out. Pikachu IR looks like it's making its way back up to $30. Good for Pikachu Illustration Rare. I did, however, notice Duck is back over $22. That was bad, I know, I've done way better. But Psyduck back over $22 for the second or third time ever. That's very good for Psyduck right there. It's even worth more than Dragonair. Interesting. Look at these Mews. So Metal Mew, $12, Hyper Rare, $14, Full Art, $16. Amusing. So amusing. Moving along to the Rift. The Rift of Paradox. Groudon, Altaria, Roaring Moon is at an all-time low, $37 right here and there. If you want Roaring Moon, probably a good time to get yourself a little Roaring Moon. Okay, Garchomp back down to 25. Iron Valiant back down to 20. So, not seeing. Oh, we got some invisible cards. Let's see here. Nope, nothing. Nope. Alright, oh, well, Goldango's 50. Okay, yeah, nothing. Moving along to the Fates of Paldare. So, Fates, 550, 543 for Bubble Mew. That's crazy. Gardevoir I already talked about. There was a baby shiny that was uptrending. I wanted to point out if I can remember which. Oh, was it Lucario? Oh, Lucario down here. Lucario at $11.01, I believe that. Let's take a look at Lucario's chart. It might be. See right here, it might be an all-time high for Lucario. Oh, it's 8. Lucario is 8 cents off its all-time high. Very strong looking one-year chart for Lucario Baby Shiny. Other than that, we're gonna move along to Ghastly Illustration Rare and Gengar EX Full Art from Temporal. So these two building a lot of strong support in a very expensive range for their rarity tier. So Ghastly's back up to 40 for the third time ever, and it's building support at the $40 line. Whereas Gengar, a Full Art that's not Charizard, came out at 22, and it's basically held over 20 its entire existence since the release of Temporal Forces, and now it's looking like $25. So Gengar EX Full Art over an entire year has done very, very, very well as a Gengar Full Art from Temporal Forces. Go down here, I'm not seeing too much else going on, other than you can still, Neo Upper Energy, you can get $11.50 for. Trading your Neo Upper Energies if you're not a player, why not? Other than that, no, not seeing anything else. But again, Gengar Full Art, Ghastly IR, doing great. Alright, Twilight Gatorade, Perrin's at $91. Perrin's doing amazing for a female supporter in this era, the most amazing. Eevee has held successfully over 50, and it looks like it's starting to go back up, so good for you. There was a scary moment for almost a month and a half straight where Eevee looked like it was going to be sub 50. Gengar 276, okay. Secret Box 1820. It's about as much money as you will ever get for your secret box. So also, just like the other one, consider trading in your secret box. Nothing else. Oh, Chansey, but I already talked about Chansey. Chansey's 22 bucks. Excellent, moving along. Alright, Shredded Fumble. 47.42 for the 2 gold playables. Persian is just knocking on $30 door. Houndoom just been hanging out at 30 for a while now. Monkey, where you at, Monkey Dory? 25. Monkey Dory is 10 bucks off its high. So I guess all the players that need Monkey Dory to bling out their set, they're satisfied because Monkey Dory is starting on a downtrend right there. Horsey, I don't see anything else. Moving along. Okay, moving along. Stellar Not So Frown. We got 54, 48, 37, 20. That looks pretty normal. I'm trying to see real quick anything sticking out. No. Okay, yep. And just moving along. Save some time right there. Splurging Sparks. Look at this. You can get Melodic EX for $88. A fantastic deal. That's a solid buy right here, I think. Melodic EX for $88. It's a high of much more than that, at least 150. Going down here, looking around here. What do we got? What do we got? I don't see anything sticking out. No, I don't. All right, moving along. All right, Problematic Evolutions. We got 863 for Sunbreon. Let's look at this. Oh, Jesus. How? That is a, oh, man, that would hurt your butt on the way down. That is a tough-looking water slide. So there you go. Came out at 1,600, and we're at literally half that. 863. I'm going to save a little time, because I already know nobody still cares about this set. All right, JT. Hey. I already looked. Nothing's bouncing. Nothing's doing anything special from Prismatic right now. Even Roaring Moon SIR is still 148 bucks. Lily's Clefairy up $1 or $2 from last week at 135. Wailord, I was wrong. I said it'd be back down to 15 last week. It looks like it's holding its $20 right there. So Wailord, like I said, I agree with it. Wailord is $20 IR to me, but just for sheer buyout and resupply, I figured it'd tank. Maybe next week it'll be back down to $15. But Wailord, again, we talked about last week. So Articuno Wailord, right there, 20 bucks each. There was a time when I would ask you guys which one do you think will be more valuable in the future when it's all said and done. Pretty much everyone said Articuno, and almost nobody said Wailord, but I said Wailord. Okay, so anyway, there you go. Let's see what else. This Full Art Lily's Clefairy, I opened one pack of JT this afternoon. I pulled that. Excellent. I'm gonna grade it. I love those full arts. Not seeing anything else. Moving along. Where are we moving along to? To the destined one. So, I almost said Melodic. Moltres, we talked about that. Super hot card, even looks hot. Look at that, it's just covered in hotness. So yeah, up $50 since release for Moltres. Cynthia's Garchomp, it's kind of straight across right now, whereas Team Rocket's Mewtwo hit a high of $400, and it's $60 off its high. The IRs are stable as hell. Misty's Psyduck was 55 at release. Misty Psyduck's 53. Stable as hell. The gold card's stable as hell. Even Ariana stable as hell. Sorry, Misty's Lapras is up even $1 since release after it dropped back down. Team Rocket's Meowth hasn't changed. This is the most consistent release set singles I have seen in my entire life, and I am not kidding. And especially over the last 2 years that I've been constantly doing this. Okay, so Black Bolt. Let's just, again, Black Bolt and White Flare, we're just kind of observing. We're just going to observe for the first few weeks. Okay, like we're going to observe that Seismitoad is now back down to 186. We're going to observe that these black and white rarity cards are about to drop under $400 here shortly. Other than that, a lot of these higher end IRs, look at this, we got, look at this, we got 186 IR, we got a $40 IR, a $30 IR, another $26, $25 IR, $25 IR, 20, 20, 18, 19, 16, 16, 15. It's gonna cost so much money to finish these master sets, oh my god. I'm just gonna move along, because we got White Flare coming up right here now. Okay, so 200 for beautiful Reshiram. We got 440 for the black-white rarity one. Hilda's doing great at $80. Caldeo's doing great at $60. Even Jellicent to some extent holding value. I don't think a lot of people thought Jellicent would still be $50. So we got IRs, $45, $44, $44, $40. This is White Flare. White Flare, Black Bolt may have Seismitoad, but man does White Flare have a lot of expensive illustration rares. $34, $24, $22. $20, $19, $18. I've been saying it since release. Black Bolt has Seismitoad. White Flare has the better overall gallery. I strongly believe that. I mean, it's not like Black Bolt's IR gallery is bad. I just prefer White Flare overall over Black Bolt's gallery. It's more flary. It's more pizzazzy. It's more bright and colorful than the Black Bolt one, in my opinion. Okay, moving along. Trainer galleries. Starmie V, we brought Starmie V up $95, high of 108 on the year and all time. Rayquaza VMAX $75, it's almost as good as it gets. I believe Rayquaza VMAX is like $80, $86 for an all-time high. Garchomp V, its all-time high is like 60, but or 80, 75, but 60 is very good for Garchomp V. Looking down here. Okay, I'm seeing Gengar's up to $24, Pikachu. So both these Lost Origin Yellow Borders doing very good. Pikachu up to 17, Gengar up to 24. Moltres V, Astral Radiance at 12. That's very, very good for Moltres V right here. Both, Mew from Lost Origin, this black at gold card doing very good. Zekrom at $11 right here doing very good. A lot of these trainer galleries doing good. Bouncing back up, nothing's dying, not even close. Sorry. Okay, so Alt Arts, we said Gengar was doing great, nothing else is really doing great. Moonbreon is down to $13.50 with a high of 16. No, Moonbreon's high is $1,720. That's the all-time raw. So Moonbreon is $400 off its all-time high. There it is. And then other than that, all this is boring other than Gengar, which is uptrending. And again, the V's, here we go. Giratina V, nothing special. Lugia V, exceptionally special. Doing great. Down here, I still think the Cupcake Sylveon is an incredible deal. And then obviously, your Celebi V from Fusion Strike is the most always undervalued, affordable Alt Art. Just always. Same with the Mew V right here. If you want to get into Alt Arts and you only want to spend too much money, strongly suggest Mew V from Fusion Strike or Celebi V from Fusion Strike. These are an absolute bargain. $50 and $60. Why am I struggling? Alt Arts, very much bargain Alt Arts for who they are and how good those cards look. There we go. All right, moving it on. All right, so promos, and we're done. So SV promos, here we go. We already talked about Mew and Mewtwo. We talked about a lot of these actually already. We talked about a very, very large amount of these at the beginning of the video. Mew EX right here, Mewtwo right there, Kingdra, Greninja right there. Okay, a Great Felt Hat Pikachu right there. And then even the Snorlax, talked about that. I'm just kind of looking here. Okay. I mean, even the Scarlet and Violet Charizard promo at $14.30 is really good for that. Not gonna lie. The Surprise Box Pikachu right here at $13. That's very good for that. Moving along, Sword and Shield. Okay, Greninja, $22. Talked about that. Lucario V-Star, $8. About as good as it gets for Lucario from Crown Zenith. I brought up this guy last week, the 262, fighting the Mewtwo. It's right where it was last week. RCSV 204 from the RCSV box, $20. That's all-time high essentially for RCSV, right here and there. Brought this up last week. Okay, for the most part, yeah. Dark Sylveon, we've been talking about that a little bit. It's just been wiggling. All right, moving on. Sun and Moon, X and Y, and then we're done. So Sun and Moon. MZA Stained Glass Birds going back up to $100 at $95. Right here, Umbreon and Darkrai, all-time high right here. Mewtwo and Mew GX sitting right at its all-time high, which is very recent. Armored Mewtwo SM228 168 right here. This is absolutely an all-time high. Lucario and Melmetal, I think this is sitting right at its all-time high as well. Magikarp and Wailord sitting basically at its all-time high. Okay. There's your little Mimikyu right there. We're going to go ahead and end right now with the X and Y. Take a look at these. So, 185 for Pikachu EX and 181 for Venusaur EX and then 47 for Ash Greninja EX. As far as recent XY promos, these kind of three are really popping off a lot right now. I want to look at this shiny, this Rayquaza EX right here. Because, okay, let's put this on. Near mint. So yeah, here we go to the 1 year here for this Rayquaza. $20. It's at an all-time high right there of $70. And is there anything else that I can find? Nope. Okay, we're done. Outro time. Alright, if you made it to the end of the video, seriously, thank you very much. If you did make it to the end of the video, let me know. Let's keep on the subject of the vending machines. Do you have or do you live in one of the states that has a vending machine? Have you had a good experience, a bad experience? Do you even want a vending machine in your state? Do you think the vending machines were a great idea in theory or a terrible idea? And do you think the Pokemon Company International will be able to software patch this new glitch that is just continually feeding the scalpers? Let me know your opinion on the vending machine situation. Okay, hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week.
Deuces.
On everybody's calls. MimikBrew has got the groove. Pokemon dreams, he'll make them move. Handsome shine and he's leading the way. Every like's a power up for your day.